Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for November the 26th, 2021. What came out? The Chariot. Okay. Yeah, the Chariot. Wow, that makes a lot of sense with some of the energy that's been around. It's this real kind of push to overcome something. You feel like you're up against maybe a wall. I don't know about you, but the energy I'm finding at the moment that I'm feeling is very flat. Like I feel kind of flat and I'm like, what is going on? So we need to this is what I feel like with the Chariot. It's kind of feels like it's wanting to pull you up and out of something and to overcome something. So we'll see what else is coming through with the energy of the 26th. And I do apologise, I missed yesterday. I was just busy doing a lot of readings, actually. So the fortnightly readings will be coming out soon. And also the 2022 readings, stand by for them. I'm in the process of doing all of them. So very, very busy week for me this week. So let's see what else is coming out. The Three of Pentacles. So this could be getting something across the line, a project or something you're working on. Seven of Wands, getting yourself in a better position. Three of Cups, there will be light at the end of the tunnel, celebration at the end of all of this. And the Hierophant, wow, okay. So this is a lovely energy. Oh, and the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that no longer fulfills you. So interesting. With the Hierophant there in the Chariot, topping and tailing this kind of reading, these feel like very kind of official energies, but on like a soul level. It's kind of like you're trying to shut a door on something, and then it's like, right, when you get to the Hierophant energy, it's like, boom, I'm being shown like a big stone door, one of those ones that you might see in a crypt, and it just shuts. And once it's shut, it's not going to open again. Something, you really shut a door on something big time, and there's a lot of closure. It's kind of like there's a finality to it. This is the end. And this is kind of where your soul is saying something big is shifting and ending at this moment in time. And this is where I feel like, a lot is being kind of dredged up at this moment. Mars is kind of in the tail end of Scorpio, and he's like the weary old soldier at the end, but he's doing this kind of digging up a whole heap of stuff, leaving no stone unturned with all this Scorpio energy. So it is bringing up some stuff that could be making you feel just a little bit off in a way. It does have good intentions. It's kind of like, we don't want all this sludge here. We don't want this mud. We want this to be a clean area. We want this water to be clean. So this is kind of, if that makes any sense. So this is kind of what I'm getting with this, is that it's just this real final trudge through the mud, the push to get something over the line, to complete something, to get something to the point where you can just let it go now, just fully like done. It's done, and I don't have to go back there. Okay, I'm shutting that door, and I'm kind of getting that this door might shut for like, say, 100 years. So it's one of these things that it's not fully, like on a soul level and a karmic level, it's not fully done with on this higher level, but it's something that when that door opens again, it's like, wow, it's going to be really interesting to see what's occurred. There seems to be this, they're showing me like the ancient pyramids of Egypt, and you know how it used to be shut, they used to be shut up for ages, and then they opened it up again and went through. And whilst there was treasure there was all sorts of things there, but it was this sort of sense of should I be opening this up again? It's how has this traveled over the time, and what has it been doing? What does it signify for where you are, where you will be? And I know you're kind of thinking, well, I'm not going to live for 100 years. Where am I going to be in 100 years' time? I don't really necessarily want to think about that. But we're kind of thinking for our future. Not all of you believe in reincarnation, but they're showing me for your soul's journey, so that it's continuing, and that it's also something for future generations as well. It's kind of this bigger picture thing. On a smaller level, this is like, the week where you might have a lot of work, a lot of things to finish, a lot of projects coming up, a lot being thrown at you. And whilst it may feel like you're not necessarily like you're getting there, but slowly it's like slowly but surely you're getting there, and it may feel like there's not necessarily any great reward maybe at this moment in time because you're kind of caught in the middle of it. It's kind of the energy of there will be celebration at the end, and your soul will give you some really strong messages around this. So yeah, that was the reading. Where did that all come from? Yeah, I think that it was just this very intuitive message that came through. So ultimately what you're leaving behind today is something that has been unfulfilling. And like I said, you might see it on like a level that's something to do with what you're doing in your daily life has been making you tired, a bit soul weary, just a bit like I'm doing this and I know I have to complete it, but it's not bringing me necessarily a lot of joy at this moment in time. It feels like a task rather than something I'm wanting to be doing. So it's kind of looking at where this is happening at this moment in time, and that's sort of significant of something bigger that you're about to let go of. I feel like there's another way of doing things that's coming through, but it's just like we don't know what that is now, but it feels like something is shifting and changing, and it feels big and kind of heavy. So that is the reading for today, November the 26th. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing where this is going because, like I said, this feels like a heavy energy, but just with that Three of Cups there, it does feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to see where this goes because the energy does have to lift at some point. So that's it. Thanks so much for joining me, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.